the main body. Whoops. Rainfly. Okay, look how big this is. This is a huge tent. Good morning, everyone. Just woke up. I still got my bed out. And I'm going to show you what I do when I first wake up in the morning. It's about, let's see. It's 4:19 in the morning. But it's a big day today. I need to get my exercising done, and then around 11 o'clock, I'm going to take my minivan in my home. I'm going to take it to a mechanic, and they're going to put a new alternator in. So, here we go. Get my blankets folded up. It's been cold. As y'all know, I'm sure that a lot of you are in colder environments than I am. But it's winter in Tucson right now. Oh yeah, it's cold. So I have my wool blanket out as well as my Sherpa. You know, it's nice just to show the realities of life in a vehicle, in my minivan. You know, forgive the lighting in here. It's early morning. Yeah, let's get this. And as I mentioned before, it's not easy folding a large blanket in such a small space. I have it down to an art, but you have to get used to doing that. And this is my new purple Sherpa blanket. It's nice. It's very nice. Now, a lot of you, if you're already nomads, a lot of you have build-outs. So you can just, like, make your bed. Me, I have to fold up my entire bed because I put it all away so that I had this area for living space. These out of the way. Take off my sheet, off my sleeping bag. It's early morning. I can't believe I'm filming this. I don't sleep with my hair up in a ponytail. I take it out, but I keep these here. So usually when I first wake up, I just get it. I want to get my hair out of my way. And then I'll comb it later. You can see this is pretty easy. And it doesn't take long. Now here's my sheet. I'm going to park it up here so later on in the day I can open up my hatch. I'll take it out and shake it. Refresh it. So there we have it. Put these back. Okay, now we can go on to stage 2 of my morning. Well, I got dressed. I didn't think I wanted to film that. Well, I didn't, but I'm putting my socks on. All summer, I've worn my tennis shoes without socks. I know. It's a little bit of minutia, isn't it? But, hey, I got my socks on now. It's getting colder. It's not cold enough to actually put my heater out. But it's cold. Let me put this up here. Well, yeah. Put my watch on. A lot of people don't wear watches anymore. I do. I like them. Sometimes I want to know what time it is. I don't want to turn my phone on to find out. Okay. Let's see. Well, my next step is drink my water. I want to drink my water. Whew, yeah. I was at my daughter's yesterday, and I've got a tent review to show you. It's a 12-person tent from Camp Pros. Oakmo company, they sent it to me. They wanted me to review it. So, yeah. So that's coming up. But my daughter has orange trees and lemon trees. She also has fig tree. Oh, they're so good. And they're so ripe. I ate like 3 figs yesterday. But I'm going to open this orange up and see how it is. Not all orange trees are equal. She said they were really sweet. So, let me finish my water. How exciting for a video. I'm drinking my water. Oh, well. I've had a lot of people ask me, how can you drink so much water first thing in the morning? It's pretty easy. It's good to get everything moving along with water. Now, this is distilled water, and I told you that I've been buying distilled water. Well, let's talk about this water because I had a few comments about it. Well, they say with distilled water, you need the minerals that are in water. I thus read about that. That's kind of an old myth, and it's not really relevant anymore. You get your minerals and things from other things, and I eat a lot of produce, so that's not really there are some people that just drink distilled water. That's all they do is distilled water. So it doesn't hurt you to be a distilled water person, and it's certainly not the only water that I ever drink. Obviously, I mean, I drink other things, but yeah, I don't trust the other water. Now, a lot of you said, well, why don't you go fill up your water like with a water station? In Tucson, the water stations that are here, they were actually, I got used to getting it from Walmart because during COVID, they had shut them all down. They shut them all down. You couldn't get water for 25 cents or whatever in a machine anywhere in Tucson. So that's why I started getting my water from Walmart in the first place. But I don't always trust those stations because, and you have to change the filters often. I don't know how often they change those filters. I really don't. But you might say, well, when you're boondocking in Quartzsite, you use the water stations. They're a little bit more, I don't know. I think in Quartzsite, they care for the water stations a little bit more. So, but I don't know. I'm assuming. I don't know. But I do know that when I'm in a city or outside of Quartzsite, I always get my water at Walmart by the gallon. Little bit more. Drink your water, young lady. Okay. This is me in the morning. Of course, I usually don't have my friends to talk to like I do right now. But I'm pretty goofy in the morning. Okay. Mr. Miyagi here. Now what I do is I'm going to wash my face and kind of wash up a little bit. I won't show you washing anything but my face. But my bucket is up there by my windshield. So hold on. Let me get that. There we go. Got my bucket here. I just have my wash rags. This is my wash rag from yesterday. No big deal. I know. Look at my hair. You're seeing in the morning. Let's see if I can get this. Oh, so pretty. But anyways, this is my wash rag from last night. And I just pull out my bucket. I don't fill much. In the morning, I don't use much water. But I do want to wash my face. So let me get some water out of here. Just a little bit. Enough to get it wet. There. Okay. In here, I use Cerave Moisturizing Facial Cleanser. There you go. It's cold water. If it was really, really, really cold, I would probably get my stove out and warm it up. But I just use, whoops. I don't use much. It's just for my face, yeah. I use Retinol A, and it's been on my face all night. But in the morning, I like to get it off, wash it off, and how exciting. You get to see me wash my face, yeah? sometimes people just want to know what other nomads do on a daily, day-to-day, hour-by-hour basis. What do we do? Probably the same thing you do in a house. You know, you get up and you might not make your bed right away. I have to make my bed right away, obviously, because I need my space. But you can see how much space is in here. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of space. I like to sit like this. Now, you saw me when I got up, and I have to keep getting up and down. It's just more exercise, isn't it? Yeah, just keeping physically fit. Yeah. There we go. Okay. It's a good way to wash my hands, too. There we go. So, get rid of my water. What I do is I pour any extra water, I pour in my pee bottle, my pee container. I'm not going to show that, so hold on. Okay. Now I'm just going to collapse my bucket. There we go. Full of my washcloth. I probably won't reuse this, but I'm going to put this here for now. Put it up here. Okay. Now I use some hyaluronic, I guess that's how I say it, some acid, and it's just, I use L'Oreal. It's easy to get. I could get cheaper on Amazon, I think, but I just kind of trust L'Oreal, so use a little bit of that, and put it on my face. I put it on when it's still just a little bit damp. Just a little bit, yeah. Go under. Get everywhere. Use every bit of it. It's kind of expensive. So, I don't want to waste any of it at all. There we go. Okay. And then later I'll put some other lotion on, but for now I just want this to settle in and seal in the moisture on my face. Because you know, nomads, oh my gosh. I mean, come on, we're outside a lot. And I am a huge advocate for taking care of your skin as a nomad. You've got to take care of your skin. Well, I guess you don't have to, but I mean, why not take care of it? If we're going to be outside so much, I know some of you say, oh, I don't care what I look like. I don't know. I think most of us kind of do. And our skin is the largest organ in our body. And I like to, I don't know. I just like to take care, especially my face. I like to take care of my face and have good skin, because even as a nomad, since I've been a nomad, and it could just be, you know, maybe getting older, but, you know, yeah, those little brown spots, those little spots end up on your face. And I don't really like that. I don't really want that. So, let me see. Let me put this. It's time to wash my hair again, yeah. Now later, I don't know if that helped. Later I'll put my hair in braids, but I'm not going to do it now while I'm in my van early morning. I just I don't like hair getting all over, so I kind of do the least amount possible with my hair, but getting it up out of my way. And then when I get to a park, I can, you know, go outside and comb my hair, and yeah. So today I'm going to put it in braids and get going on my walking and my exercising. Now, what do I do next? Next, I'm going to make my tea. I've switched over completely on coffee and early morning, and I switched over my whole coffee system. So let me gotta move that. This back, get my coffee. get my my butane stove out. I'm gonna make some tea. I've been drinking Constant Comment. I don't know if you remember. I think some of you do. It's so nice. Let's see if you remember. It's made by Bigelow Tea. Let's see. There we go. Constant Comment. Let me open it up. Let me see if you remember how it smells. You know, when are they going to make it a scratch and sniff on our devices? Oh, feels like Christmas, kind of. It's got some orange peel, lemon peel, I think, and cloves and cinnamon, allspice. Can you smell it? Yeah, it smells like Christmas. There we go. Well, let me get this going. I put the sticker on it so I know which side is up. I don't like when I open up my stove and it's upside down. There we go. And making my tea will heat up my van just a little bit. So that's nice. In the morning, I do my emergency, and I take a multivitamin. Also now take other vitamins. And I'm not going to take those first thing in the morning. It seems to kind of upset my stomach a little bit to do that first thing in the morning. But I take D3, and then later on I'll take another vitamin C. And I take an omega-3. And I take a zinc. I think I'm going to take another magnesium too. I'm going to get some magnesium and take that. But yeah, let's see. Let's get my tea bag in here. Get it ready. I enjoy taking care of myself. I mean, this is my life here. This is my life, and I want to live it feeling good. And I think the only way you're going to do that, everybody, is to take care of yourself. Take the time to take care of yourself. Be good to yourself. I saw in this interview, and I'll mention it. I saw in this interview, and he asked the same question to all of his people that he's interviewing at the very end. And they're usually authors or doctors, you know, people who are experts at something, but they also have written work throughout their lives. And he asked him, he goes, if you had to leave the earth, or you knew you were going to die, And you had to take all of your works with you, all of your books, all your videos, you have to take them with you. So you're not going to leave anything behind except 3 things. What 3 things would you tell people before you leave? And one of them was so interesting. He said, let me see if I can remember him. He said, number 1, don't take yourself so seriously. So that's good advice. I think so too. Don't take yourself so seriously. I think young people tend to take themselves seriously when they're younger. But as we get old, I have found in my life, as I get older, I don't take myself so seriously anymore. It's just, oh, water's boiling. Here we go. Spitting and sputtering. Pretty cool. Okay. I'm going to put the lid on it a little bit and just let it brew for a little bit. Okay, then number 2. I was trying to remember. Number 2 was in every go into every interaction with other people, everyone with love in your heart. That's a big one. Yeah, I don't always do that. Yeah. And then number 3 was have fun. Have fun. Yeah. I would probably say, one of mine would probably say, take care of yourself. Pamper yourself. Be good to yourself. All that would include 1. Be good to yourself, which means take care. Take the time to take care of your body. Eat well. Get plenty of rest. Take care of washing up, and I guess just pamper yourself a little bit, because this is the only life that you have. This is the only body that we have. So, okay. Well, that was a little side note. Let me get this stirred up. Cheers. Emergency. Did I show that to everybody? And I do like raspberry. I like the raspberry part of it. Raspberry. Yeah. It's a pretty package. Okay. Cheers. I don't like taking large pills. I don't like it at all, but I do it. Down the hatch, as they say. There we go. See, we'll let this brew. I have another, there was an incident probably about 4 or 5 days ago. I was at the car wash. And when I mentioned, it reminded me when I said to go into every interaction with love. No, I don't always do that. And then I feel bad when I don't. So that's another thing of being good to yourself, is doing what you know will make you feel good. Well, at the car wash, I pulled in and put some quarters in, put 3 quarters in without even noticing. It's not registering. It's obviously broke. So I wasted 3 quarters. So I pulled out and I went, and the only one that was available, because there were cones on the cup, the only one available, gal in there was wiping down her car. She'd obviously washed her car, but you're supposed to pull out of the area where you wash it and pull ahead so that you can wipe your car down or vacuum it, whatever. Well, she was just really taking her time, and I asked her, and I was probably kind of abrupt, and I said, well, because I was in a hurry, I said, well, I go, the other one is broken. I was not happy that the quarters, I lost 3 quarters. Big deal, 75 cents, but it flustered me, and so I was probably abrupt with her. She goes, well, I'll be done in a minute. I said, well, I go, you're really not supposed to do that in here. You're supposed to do it. Well, of course, we had spoken words with each other, and because I wanted that, the stall there to wash my van. She went slower. He went slower. But here's the kicker, everyone. Let me get closer to you. So I went, there was another van, there's another car that I saw, and they were just sitting in there. They weren't washing or anything, so I went up to them, and the one guy, he was slumped over, and I thought, drugs. Oh my gosh. It was an old beat up car. It had Texas license plates. Yeah. I felt, yeah. And there was a girl, she was, look, I know. I'm just explaining what I saw. It looked like her pants were kind of down a little bit. I know. I thought, oh my gosh. But I was touched by these two. For some reason, it's funny too, because for some reason I was supposed to see these two people. So I asked her, I said, hey, I knocked on the window and I said, hey, can I use this, for for washing my car? And they said, oh yeah, we'll pull ahead. The girl said that, and she's trying to like wake up the guy. They were both in their later 20s, maybe 20. But yeah, so they moved. And, so I washed my minivan. But then I pulled out to wipe it down, and I was looking over at them, and something told me to go talk to them, so I did. Yeah, it was interesting. So, but I thought later that it's funny how incidents happen. For some reason, had I not went up to the gal, and I had not done that, and had that incident and the words spoken with her, I probably wouldn't have gone over to see these two people. So I'm glad I did. So sometimes things just happen for a reason. That's the way I feel. Well, anyways, their names, this young couple's name, Kimberly and Trey, and I'm going to ask everybody if they would just take a moment and pray for them. It's Kimberly and Trey. God knows who they are. And they're young. I asked them how old they were. They were 26. Because I went over and talked to them. I said, hey, I just got to talk to you guys. And I asked the girl, I go, what? She had sores. She had sores on her face. You know what does that, folks? It's meth. Meth does that to your face. And I'm not kidding. She was freaking gorgeous. She was gorgeous. She's young, full lips, just gorgeous. Dark hair. And he had a lot of tattoos. His Trey. He was pretty good looking too. I'm like, here are these two kids. These two kids early in their life. It was so sad. And so I looked at him, I go, is it drugs? And she goes, yeah. And I said, well, I forget the conversation, but I'm not going to pretend that I know every little thing I said to them. But I do remember telling them that they're so young. Don't ruin your life. Do it now. Make the turn now. And I remember talking to them. Of course, I mentioned Jesus to them. And he kind of looked at me. And I said, I know it sounds like a cliche, doesn't it? Do you know Jesus? And he just looked up at me. And, but I told him I was going to pray for them. And I can't forget them. I just can't forget them. Eventually, they pulled away. Oh, and I did say right at the end, when I went back again, I said, I just got to just really let you know that I'll be thinking about you too. And I said, I'm just a mom and a grandma. And I said, I'm not, I'm not a policeman or anything. But I looked, and she had a syringe. She had a syringe. She was going to do some more drugs or whatever. And I said, I go, don't worry about me. I'm just a mom and a grandma. Don't worry. I'm not a cop or anything. I don't care what you do, except that I want to tell you that your life matters. And it saddens me that you've let it go like this. and I really do think about them. Oh, and I said, well, I know you're from Texas, right? She goes, how did you know that? Like I said, well, it's on your license plate. She goes, oh yeah, they were drugged out, but they understood what I was saying. I think they'll remember me too. Put my earrings in now. Well, let me get going on my tea. I hope you enjoyed. This is what I do in the morning. This is Rupert. Introducing Rupert to the video YouTube world. Well, I have a CamPros tent. Believe it or not, it's a 12-person tent. Paul and I are gonna put this up and we're gonna show it to you. Now, the thing is that CamPros has many different sizes of tents. This is a 12. It's kind of big. It's good. I mean, I haven't even seen it yet, but I know it's really big. But they do have different sizes, and I'm going to leave below the links to all the different sizes. Windproof, we'll see. Windproof for quartzite, we'll see how that goes. But it's also a 4-season tent. So let's get started. Let's get this little puppy up, okay? Okay. Okay, so we got to get ourselves organized here. Oh, we got Rupert. And we're just trying to decide whether to put it in the sun or would be better to film in the shade. Oop, there goes Rupert. Oop, here comes Abby. Whoops. Abby had a ball with Rupert. They're getting along so well. It's my daughter's dog. Okay, so let's get this show on the road. Whoops. Lots of dogs. They sure had a good time. Rupert really wanted to know what was going on in his backyard. So I know this might take a while, but hey, you know, what else we got to do, huh? Except put up these tents. Let the fun begin. Oh, Abby. She had so much fun. I keep saying that, but she did. Okay, it's instruction time. CamPros instructions. Empty the bag and confirm all parts are included. Empty the bag. Okay, so we're going to check it out. I don't know what happened over there that we were laughing. Paul did something very, very funny, obviously. Let's move these over. The black ones are the main rods, the main poles, and the gray ones are for the sides. That we found out. Okay, so now we're going to roll out the main body. Whoops. Rainfly. Okay, look how big this is. This is a huge tent. As you'll see as we move along here. Stretch it out. We weren't sure where the door was. We wanted the door to face the camera. It was, you know what? It was so hot out there. You would think, no, in Tucson, and it's winter, it's you know, not too hot. But when we're out in that sun, I was, yeah, it was hot. My head was spinning a little bit being in that direct sunlight.
Okay, here's Paul putting in he put in all the stakes. Stake the tent down completely. That's step number 1. Or step number 2. Now they're putting in the main poles. There's 3 of them. And there's 3 lines where they, where they can put in the poles. I'm not sure if only one person could put this tent up. That would be a bit difficult. It wasn't difficult with 2 people at all. This was just the first time putting it up. So put in each one individually, and then they'll go ahead and start putting the tent upright.
And I think from here, so it's showing that you stick it in, so there's these pins.
Yeah, so it's best for one person to put it in first and then the other one, because once it goes in, if you put up tents before, it's kind of a tight fit. It takes a little bit of strength to get it in. I was on the other side holding it. So I do think when it comes to these bigger tents, it's going to take a couple people to do it. Whoops, one of the stakes came undone. Okay, the tent corner got anchored back down again. We've got all 3 of the poles up. Look at how big this is. Now they're going to work on the side poles. Put it through. There's a guide that it goes in. And there you go. It's the same thing. You kind of put it in this little grommet thing, and there's the last side pole. Now we're putting up the rain fly. It's big. Fits over nice. It was easy. One person, I don't know. But 3 people putting on the rain fly was really easy. Then there's a pole that goes through, and it's going to hold it out to keep the rain from coming in. And then the ends of the poles kind of fit in one of the other poles. There's like this little hole, and it fits right in. Look at that. There you go. Making some minor adjustments, just kind of pulling on it, getting everything in line. Now there's some lines that you can stake down. We didn't want to go all the way through that, but the rain fly does have these ropes that you can bring down, and it will keep it more taut, probably for wind. But we didn't take the time to do that. Okay, it's now time to go inside this fabulous tent. Okay. Oh, Abby's got to go check it out too. Yep. Come on in. My daughter's going to hold the camera. She's the camera girl. Look at this. Look how big this is. Oh my gosh. Gonna open, show the window. One of the windows opened. Look at Paul can stand up. He can stand up and he is 6'1". Now his head did touch at the very top. His head does touch the top. But he can pretty much stand up in it. Look at this. Look at Abby. She's loving this. What a nice tent. Okay, now, what's this? This is a wall. It's a divider. Now, you can kind of see over it. You can see our head peeking over it, so not a whole lot of privacy. So I'm not really sure about this. Look at, I can look over. I don't think that's a lot of privacy, so funny. But it is pretty cool. Hey, there's Paul looking over, yeah? Hey, Paul. Now, putting up this tent took probably about, altogether, it would take, now that we know how to do it each time, probably take 10 minutes. And that's about it to put this up. I sent a show coming in from the outside. There you go. This is a nice tent. 4-season. It says it's windproof. There you go. It's a big tent.